Hello, beautiful souls. Today we're diving deep into something truly close to my heart, happiness. You see, happiness isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's a state of well-being that science says you can nurture daily. That's right, we can choose happiness even when life throws those inevitable curveballs our way. We have the power within us to cultivate joy and contentment. And that's what we're exploring today. 5 science-backed practices to help you brighten your day and your life. You know, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, focusing on what's wrong, what bills are piling up, what deadlines are looming. It's easy to let those worries cloud our minds. But let me tell you, gratitude, my friends, gratitude is a game changer. It's about shifting that focus, that energy, to what's right in our lives. And the science backs it up. Researchers at the University of California, Davis, found something truly remarkable. People who took the time each day to write down just 3 things they were grateful for, 3 little blessings, experienced a profound shift. They reported higher levels of happiness and their stress levels, well, they plummeted. Think about it. When we focus on what we're grateful for, we're training our minds to see the good, to appreciate the little things that often go unnoticed. It's like taking a magnifying glass to all the blessings in our lives. And that, my friends, that's a beautiful thing. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oprah, I can barely get out the door in the morning, let alone write in a journal. But trust me, it doesn't have to be complicated. Keep it simple. Grab a notebook, a scrap of paper, even use the Notes app on your phone. Before you go to bed each night, jot down 3 things, big or small, that brought a smile to your face that day. Maybe it was a warm hug from a loved one, the sun shining through your window, a delicious cup of coffee. Whatever it is, write it down. And here's the key. Don't just write it and forget it. Reflect on it. Take a moment to really savor that feeling of gratitude. Let it wash over you. Ask yourself, why does this matter to me? How does it make me feel? This simple habit, my friends, takes just a few minutes, but it can have a profound impact on your well-being. It's about rewiring your brain, training it to focus on the positive, to see the abundance in your life. And when you do that, when you approach life with a grateful heart, everything changes. You start to see the world through a different lens, a lens of possibility, of hope, of joy. So I invite you to join me in this practice of gratitude. Let's choose to focus on the good, to appreciate the blessings, big and small. Because when we do, we open ourselves up to a world of happiness that's been waiting for us all along. Now let's talk about something else that's near and dear to my heart, moving our bodies. And no, I'm not talking about running a marathon or becoming a bodybuilder. I'm talking about the simple act of moving, of getting those endorphins flowing, of feeling the energy coursing through our veins. You see, exercise, my friends, it's not just about physical health. It's about mental and emotional well-being too. It's about feeling good from the inside out. And the science, it backs this up. Harvard Medical School, they did a study and they found that regular physical activity, even moderate exercise, increases those feel-good chemicals in our brains, those endorphins that lift our spirits and make us feel alive. And guess what? It also reduces those pesky symptoms of anxiety and depression. It's like a magic elixir, but instead of drinking it, we move our bodies. Now, I know what you might be thinking, Oprah. You know I love a good walk, but I'm not trying to become an Olympian, and that's okay. It's not about perfection, my friends. It's about progress. It's about finding what feels good for you and doing it. Maybe it's a brisk 30-minute walk in the park, feeling the sun on your face and the wind in your hair. Or perhaps it's putting on your favorite music and dancing like nobody's watching. Trust me, nobody's judging. You can even try some gentle yoga or stretching. It's amazing what just a few minutes of mindful movement can do for your mood. The key is to find something you enjoy, something that doesn't feel like a chore, because when you enjoy it, you're more likely to stick with it. And consistency, my friends, that's where the magic happens. So I invite you to join me in moving our bodies, in celebrating the gift of movement, and in experiencing the incredible mood-boosting benefits it has to offer. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about feeling good. So let's get moving. Chapter 3. Connect with loved ones. You know, in this day and age, it's easy to get caught up in our own little bubbles, scrolling through social media, glued to our devices. But let me tell you something, my friends. Nothing, and I mean nothing, can replace the power of genuine human connection. It's in our DNA, hardwired into our very being. We are social creatures, meant to connect, to share, to love. And the science, it backs this up. Studies show that spending quality time with loved ones, our friends, our family, those who light up our lives, triggers the release of oxytocin, often called the love hormone. And let me tell you, oxytocin is a powerful thing. It's what makes us feel connected, bonded, content. It's that warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you're surrounded by people you love. Now, I know life can get busy. We've all got our schedules, our to-do lists, our never-ending obligations. But here's the thing. We have to make time for what matters most. We have to prioritize connection, to nurture those relationships that bring us joy. So how do we do that? How do we make time for connection in our busy lives? Well, it doesn't have to be complicated. Start small. Schedule that coffee date with a friend you haven't seen in a while. Put down those devices and have a real conversation with your family. Join a local club or hobby group and meet some like-minded souls. Even a simple phone call, a heartfelt text message can work wonders. It's about making an effort, showing those you care about that you're thinking of them, that you value their presence in your life. And here's the beautiful thing. Connection, it's a two-way street. When we give love, when we show up for others, it comes back to us tenfold. It's like this beautiful cycle of love and support. Chapter 4. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Now let's talk about something that's changed my life in profound ways. Mindfulness and meditation. You see, our minds, they're like these incredible machines, constantly thinking, planning, worrying. And while that can be a good thing, it can also lead to stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. That's where mindfulness comes in. It's about hitting the pause button, about bringing our attention to the present moment without judgment. And the American Psychological Association, they've done the research. They found that mindfulness meditation, it's like a superpower for our minds. It helps us regulate our emotions, become more aware of our thoughts and feelings, and decrease stress. It's like giving our minds a much-needed break, a chance to recharge and refocus. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oprah, meditation? That's for yogis and monks. I can barely sit still for 5 minutes. And I hear you. But here's the thing. Mindfulness, it's not about emptying your mind or becoming some kind of Zen master. It's about simply being present, about noticing what's happening right here, right now, without getting swept away by our thoughts. Start small. Dedicate just 10 minutes each day to deep breathing exercises or guided meditation. There are amazing apps out there like Headspace and Calm that can guide you through the process. You can even practice mindfulness while you're walking, eating, or doing everyday tasks. Pay attention to your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, touch? By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we free ourselves from the shackles of worry and rumination. Mindfulness, my friends, it's a journey, not a destination. It's about cultivating awareness, moment by moment, breath by breath. And the more we practice, the easier it becomes. It's like building a muscle of presence, of peace, of inner calm. Chapter 5. Do something kind for someone else. You know, there's a certain magic that happens when we shift our focus from ourselves to others. When we tap into that wellspring of generosity within us and extend a helping hand, something remarkable occurs. We don't just brighten someone else's day, we brighten our own. And it's not just a feel-good notion, my friends, it's backed by science. Researchers at the University of British Columbia, they've been studying this, and what they found is truly amazing. People who perform acts of kindness, whether big or small, they experience increased happiness and reduced stress. It's like this beautiful ripple effect of positivity. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oprah, I can barely keep up with my own life, let alone go around doing good deeds for others, and I hear you. But here's the thing. Kindness, it doesn't have to be grand gestures or elaborate acts of service. It's the little things, those everyday acts of compassion that can make a world of difference. Maybe it's complimenting a stranger on their outfit, telling them how beautiful their smile is, or perhaps it's volunteering your time at a local charity, giving back to your community. You could surprise a friend with a thoughtful gift or a heartfelt note, letting them know you're thinking of them. Giving, my friends, it doesn't have to be about grand gestures. It's about those small, consistent acts of love and kindness that can brighten someone's day and fill your own heart with joy. So there you have it, my friends. 5 science-backed practices to boost your mood and bring more happiness into your life. Remember, happiness isn't something that happens to you. It's something you can actively create. By practicing gratitude, moving your body, connecting with loved ones, staying mindful and spreading kindness, you can boost your mood every single day. So, why not start today? Pick 1 or 2 habits from this list and give them a try. I promise you won't regret it. Over time, these small steps can lead to big changes in your happiness and overall well-being. Remember, the journey to happiness starts with one small step.